Hello, my little cherubs. Here we are. It's our very last week 24 new grammar for the master's class for this year. All right, are we ready? We are going to start with English, an interjection. All right, an interjection is a word or phrase used as a strong expression of feeling or emotion. So I'm going to give you a little ditty. All right, let's see if I can remember. So, an interjection is a word or phrase used as a strong expression of feeling or emotion. All right, let's do it again. An interjection is a word or phrase used as a strong expression of feeling or emotion. All right, that would be English. Math. Math is the identity law, right? So the identity law for addition states A plus 0 equals A. And the identity law for multiplication states A times 1 equals A. Let's do another ditty. All right? Can I remember it? Yes, I think I can. Ready? The identity law for addition states A plus 0 equals A. The identity law for addition states A plus 0 equals A. The identity law for multiplication states A times 1 equals A. The identity law for multiplication states A times 1 equals A. All right? English. Oh no, that wasn't English. That was math. The identity law. Okay. History. Favorite. Our last history memory verse is, tell me about the end of apartheid. Apartheid was practiced in Africa. It was laws that really required segregation based on race. So we had, white bathrooms, black bathrooms. Everything was segregated. That was called apartheid. And that ended in 1994. So in 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president, demonstrating apartheid was ending. Right? So there's a song for it, of course. So let's see. I gotta remember how it goes. In 1994, South African President de Klerk. In 1994, South African President. That is not right. I'm going to play it because it's just not coming to me. Hang on a minute. I'll know it when I hear it. Please forgive me.
Tell me about Charlemagne.
Week 24.
800.
Week 24.
Week 24. Tell me about the end of apartheid. In 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president, demonstrating apartheid was ending.
I'll remember it when I hear it.
Demonstrating apartheid was ending. Demonstrating apartheid was ending.
Here we go.
In 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections.
Really? My battery. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president, demonstrating apartheid was ending. Demonstrating apartheid was ending. In 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president, demonstrating apartheid was ending. Demonstrating apartheid was ending. All right. That was pretty wacky. All right, we do have a few hand motions with that, right? So we're going to do in 1994, South, we've got ASLS, South African. ASLA, President de Klerk. ASLD, allowed free elections. For free elections, we're just going to make a check, like we're checking off the ballot in the ballot box when we're voting, right? So in 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections, right? Nelson, ASLN, Nelson Mandela, ASLM, became South Africa's first black president. For president, we're going to do like the president is taking the oath of office, right? One hand up swearing, the other hand on the Bible, right? So Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. And then demonstrating apartheid was ending, right? We're bound up. Black and white, right? The races, we're bringing them back together. So it was ending, and now the people can come back together. So demonstrating apartheid was ending, right? So in 1994, South African President de Klerk allowed free elections. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president. Demonstrating apartheid was ending. Demonstrating apartheid was ending. All right? Good recovery? All right. Awesome. What's next? Next we have science. And science, what units are used to measure electricity? Right? So we have ohms measure resistance. Volts measure voltage, amps measure currents, and watts measure, that is backwards, power. Measure power. All right? So what units are used to measure electricity? Ohms measure resistance, volts measure voltage, amps measure current, and watts measure power. So we can remember it. Ohms measure resistance. We're going to pull, we're resisting, right? Ohms measure resistance. Volts measure voltage. We're kind of doing like a lightning bolt, lightning bolt, right? Volts measure voltage. Amps measure currents. We'll make a little current. And watts, can't do this on my own. Watts measure power. All right? So what units are used to measure electricity? Ohms measure resistance. Volts measure voltage. Amps measure currents. And watts measure power. Good. All right. On to geography. Geography is Southern Africa. So the countries in Southern Africa are Lesotho, Botswana, Mozambique, and Namibia. Namibia, some pretty odd names, right? So here we have the map, right? South Africa. So we've got this is Southern Africa, right? So we've got South Africa right here, Lesotho, Mozambique, Botswana, and Namibia. Did you see all that with my hands in the way? South Africa, Lesotho, Mozambique, Botswana, and Namibia. All right, that's Southern Africa. And last we have Latin, once again, first conjugation endings, future perfect tense. Ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erint. First conjugation, future perfect tense. And that's it, boys and girls. No, that's not it. Timeline. I almost forgot timeline. So we finished timeline last week. This week is the U.S. presidents. I didn't find any way to help you remember them. No little tricks. So you kind of just have to do it, right? You just have to do it over and over and over again. And so I'm going to sing it to you, all right? And you guys can practice it. So, ready? Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, and Monroe. Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, and Taylor. Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, and Hayes. Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley. Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover. Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford. Carter, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton. Bush, Obama, Trump. It's for him we pray. I think I got the tune a little bit wrong on the end of that. But you have it on your app, all right? And you know what the deal is. All right, so I love you guys. It's been a great year. A little bit of an odd year, but it's been a great year. You guys have been a blessing to me. And I will see you when we do science on Wednesday. Okay? Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.